right, we are live here at Daytona. I did this race last night. I'm running the yellow 22 Sparko car, and I did not end up recording the race. And right off
What
the
are you
start,
doing?
right at the right at the start of this race, we had a caution and a bunch of cars spinning out. We started in sixth place here on the grid, and it's my first race in 3 weeks. The reason for that caution, the guy explained it. He actually blew an engine right at the start. So let's fast forward this while we're at a caution,
Yep, nobody wants to
because we don't need to watch the caution laps.
I'm a son.
All right, we're going green again here. And like I said, I started in sixth place. We had a caution right at the start finish line at the beginning of this race. Somebody had blown their engine. They were playing in VR. Not really sure what happened. But qualified sixth. My first race in 3 weeks, like I said. And the reason for that is I wanted to upgrade my Thrustmaster setup for another Thrustmaster setup. And I had to sell my old one first to buy the new one, and Amazon lost my package. So after 2 weeks of waiting for that package to come in, I got my money back from Amazon, ended up ordering a Fanatec system, and that had a lot of shipment delays. So here we are 3 or so weeks later, I'm finally able to race. I am having issues with my Fanatec pedal set. The load cell appears to be busted. I emailed them 4 days ago. Still haven't heard back, but I need to get that fixed. But it's Daytona week, baby! And I don't need a break for Daytona week. So we started sixth. We're running second after the restart. I didn't record this race yesterday. That's why I'm not in my racing, my racing setup right now. And I'm just sitting in my gaming chair. And I wanted to go over this race with everybody. And when there's cautions, I'm going to fast forward it. So you're going to see it jump around a little bit. But here we are sitting behind the 14 car. I'm the 22 Sparko car. Like I said, I always like to pick that yellow car because it's easy to spot. And I'm very content sitting here in second. I've started this race all the way in the back, and it's never worked out for me. I always get caught up in some kind of wreck. And I will say this. A lot of people think that these cars are very tight around this track, and why people jump around. You'll see cars moving up and down, especially on the turns. These cars are loose. They're not as tight as people think they are, especially since they're fixed setup. Fixed setups are kind of loose on these tracks. A lot of people also complain that you can't go 3 wide. Listen, it's Daytona. You can go 3 wide. If you have the skill set to go 3 wide, you can go 3 wide here. And I don't see why we can't go 3 wide. Look, there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room for another car that could fit in the middle. It's hard to gauge, I guess, with these cars because they're not real cars, like how far away the next person is, or to the left or to the right of you. But you gotta keep, if you're gonna sit up on the high side, you gotta stay above that white line there. I try to go to the middle here, as you can see, and then I went to the high side, and I was hoping that 10 car would push me to the lead. I was like, you know what? Let me try to go from second to first. That's what I was thinking when I was doing the race. I would have just been smart to sit there in second place. That high line was not moving. And I think it wasn't moving because people were like I said, they're moving from the top to the middle, to the top, to the middle. No one was really holding a line there. I was trying to kind of go towards the middle there, and it wasn't working out. But that one car is banged up from that first caution. So is that 15 car.
You guys drive like you have a controller.
And yeah, pretty decent race. Not too many cautions.
I was just waiting for that wreck to happen.
The number 13 car, you'll see him. He pops up in here a few times. I think he's using a controller. He was all over the place. Or just being really aggressive. But you'll see here, I get a little loose. I lost the draft here a little bit with somebody behind me. So I was having no help.
Hell no, not what I'm saying.
I was loose, and I almost went into that one car.
I don't know why that guy just knocked me down in the infield.
I did not mean to bump him down to the infield. My mic was not working right at the time, so I couldn't tell him, hey, listen, I'm sorry. That was a mistake. Here we go, 13 going 3 wide.
Backing off.
It didn't feel tight. There's plenty of room there to go 3 wide. I took the initiative to get back up in front of him, to try to get some kind of draft there. Try to get some side draft too from the 14. Just see if I can go around them. But didn't seem like it was working out. I was so upset that I didn't record this one because I was running really well.
22, is there a reason you drove me down into the infield?
And the one car, he just wants to know why I drove him down in the infield, and I didn't mean to do it.
Real 3 wide crazy.
There we go, 3 wide. But there's
I'll
plenty of
answer
room
that
for
for
it.
you.
Just
You've
no
got
one's
it.
really pushing me in the middle there. So, but it's just so hard to gauge, like who's on the right or left of you. And after being 3 wide, I think, you know what, I had enough. I'm going back down to the bottom. I dropped to 3rd or 4th place
Here
there.
they go, here they go, here they go.
And there we go, the 8 car. And a few other cars are wrecking behind us.
Great.
And I don't think there was a caution. So we're going to keep on racing here.
I can't believe that, man.
So we got a small pack of cars following us, which is nice.
Problem is, everybody thinks they can go 3 wide, but not everybody can drive 3 wide.
And that banged up one car still there. He's coming.
Now the pipe's broke up.
This track is so hard to pass people. If you don't get a draft or a push, so hard. And I don't know how people go from the front to the back. Dale Hart did it in Talladega, or was it Daytona? I don't remember, but it was amazing. He went almost from all the way from the back to the front, and it was incredible. But I guess
they're gonna race.
plate racing was different
They
then.
don't know that.
Did they even put a plate in at that time? I don't remember.
Gotta be leading whatever you're at. You gotta be leading.
But I just don't. I try to do a strategy going from the back to the front. It never works out. I always get caught up in someone's mess. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars there. So we got 6 cars in this lead pack.
I don't
And
understand
we're
what
lined
all
up
the
pretty nice
zigzagging is
except the
about.
one car. Whoop! And there goes the 13, spinning the 15 car
mine.
around. I think that brings up the caution.
Rolling out, guys.
Wrecking up back.
So we gotta hammer down and find the pace car.
And that's it. So we're going to fast forward right here. And we're going to keep on going. So here we are, getting on to lap 17 of 30. And we are running in 3rd place. And that 14 car got such a jump on everybody on the restart. I'm like, you know, he's a sitting duck out there. That's a bad move to do at Daytona or Talladega. And I'm thinking, like, you know what? I should be able to get a good enough run if I could stay behind him to get draft and just go right around him. That 14 car was strong. And there we go. I felt like I got a good enough draft. I was doing it kind of on my own because the guy wasn't really too far behind me. Thought I was clear there. I wasn't. And there we go. We took the lead. So now we're leading at Daytona. Here we go, first lap leg. But I don't know how the 14 car now is going on the outside. I tried that on him earlier in the race, and it didn't work out. That one car pushed him. He gave him such a shove.
14, you got
Going
down
in there, and
pretty
the
soon,
14 dropped down. The one car, I'm sure, wasn't happy because he just left him hanging. But hey, you know, that's racing, you know. You can't trust someone to work with you unless you could talk to them on the mic. I mean, people are behaving. I mean, we're too wide. We're going pretty strong here. I'm pushing that
You already
14
with that
car.
truck there, one or you gonna hold off?
You know, when I race this track, I drag the brake a little bit. I let off the gas a little bit because I don't really want to run into the back of the person.
I'm good.
So I really
Yeah,
let off
let
the
me like
gas. I don't
that
go
bump.
full
You just
throttle
try
the
to
whole
stay
way
on me,
around
though.
the track. It's just the way
Not
it
here,
is. I think a lot of people do that. 13 cars,
Come on, dude.
all
13,
sorts of
what the
banged
fuck,
up.
man?
No hood. The one car is banged up. I don't know how the one.
Sorry, I
I
had
guess
to leave
because
here.
the
I was
one
gonna
car is.
crash.
Yeah, man. 13 fault. He just fucking doored me about fun.
It's because the damage is in the back of the one car that doesn't affect the draft too much.
Stay on the outside.
That
20
13
if can
car, I
get
don't know
back to
how
you.
he's up there. He's got no hood. He's sitting there in fifth. Fifth place. Thinking, how am I going to get around this 14 car? How am I going to do it? The 12 car behind us. Thinking, you know what? We'll just sit here. We'll wait for a last lap pass. I'll go high. Maybe the 12 car will go high. Maybe that 20 car will be there. They can push me to the front. You know, we can get a 1-2 finish or something. But I know it doesn't count till the last lap, so there's no reason to push it at this point in the race.
Hold a line, man.
Every once in a while you see me, oh, and I don't, there we go, the 14 hits the apron, and he lost the lead, and the 13 car and the blue
You're
car,
a fucking idiot,
they all
dude.
crashed. Look at
13,
that.
you are
That's
a
the big one at
fucking
Talladega. Talladega, Daytona.
You know, 13's
So,
been in 3 of these so
we're going to
far.
fast forward
He's an
here.
idiot.
All right, so it's lap 24 now, and number one car in the back there just blew his engine. So lap 24 of 30. And here we go, green. And, you know, I purposely did not press on that gas in the beginning of that restart because if I did that, I would be a sitting duck out there. So I dragged the brake that's barely working on my system right now, a little bit so I could bunch up the 20 car so he would get on my bumper and push me. And it worked, and I was able to keep the lead here. But the 20 car was awesome because he really did give me a good shove here to keep me up front. That 12 car is doing really well. I mean, he's got no real help up there, and he's holding strong in second place right now. So, all right, so we're on lap 24 now. Or no, this would be lap 25. Check that. 26. All right, so we have a few laps left. We're on lap 26. Lap 26 of 30, and we are in the lead. And you know, it's funny, when I'm in the lead, my heart starts pumping a little bit. So heart rate goes up. I've been so close to winning so many races in the NASCAR series over the past few months, and I haven't won a race, I think, since week 2. So I won week 2 and 3 of the past 13 weeks. So not during this 13 weeks, the last 13. So it's probably been about 17 to 18 weeks since I last won. What is that? 3 or 4 months? Yeah, so 4 months it's been since I actually won a race, and I've have a ton of top 5s. So I'm like, you know what? Hopefully I win. Hopefully I don't get wrecked out here. You know, there's not a lot of cars left because a lot of cars got wrecked out. Like a real Daytona race here. So we're cruising. And the only thing I wanted was for that 20 car to stay behind me. Just keep pushing me because that 12 car kept coming up, kept passing me, came really close a few times. And that 20 kept pushing me back up to the lead. The one thing I don't get is a lot of people complain, don't go 3 wide, don't go 3 wide. And you can see here on this replay that this track is plenty wide for 3 wide. So I don't know why we can't go 3 wide, but to be honest, these fixed NASCAR B-Series cars, they're very loose. You can see a lot of people bouncing around all over the place coming here on the front stretch, but on the turns, they're not as tight as people think they are. So they're pretty loose on Daytona. I think they're a little tighter on Talladega than they are Daytona. But yeah. I think that it looked like that 12 car almost lost it there and almost went into the 20 car. And at this point, I was thinking, like, do I go high? Do I go low? Where do I stay? And you see I went high there for a second just to get a little more drag from the 12 car, but I really did not, and then side draft with the 12 car, but I really didn't want to give up that bottom lane because, I mean, you could see how tough it is for that 12 car to get around me, but that 12 car was strong because he's not getting that big of a push, and he's getting around me right now. And there he goes. He's in front. I mean, and now, you know, I got to push from the 20, and I'm back in front of him again. And to be honest with you, if I was the 12 car, I would have come down and tried to side draft me to get in front because he's not getting a lot of help back there. And he's staying with me. And there we go, another wreck there, the 20 car. But it's the last lap, so there's no caution. So it's just me and the 12 car, and I'm like, you know what? I got this race in the bag. I'm going to win. Here we go. Coming around turn 2, I believe. And, you know, he got such a run off that straightaway. There he goes. He pretty much had me cleared, almost cleared. Maybe by, he needed another inch. And then we have that 9 car sitting back there. And then coming into turn 3 there, it looks like I took over. And then the 12 car looks like he let off a little bit there, trying to get a little draft off of me. And I said, you know what? We're gonna do a block. I haven't won in a while. I need this win. Another block, and he bumped me a little bit, and I thought I was going to go around, and I didn't, and there we go. I won. So it was pretty awesome to win a race after not racing for 3 full weeks, and then coming back on my first race and winning. I thought I'd go back and watch this replay and share it with everybody because I didn't record it while I was racing. So, all right, so we're going to go over the incidents here. And here we go with the first incident of the race. You see that 23 car? He blew his engine and a bunch of people got tangled up there. Not sure what happened there, but pretty wild. Next incident. Oh, it looked like the purple car went right into that 9 car. And that 9 car made it to the end. I think he finished 3rd. So good recovery by him. Next incident here. At the 7 car. Oh, he looks like he got loose and went into the wall. Nothing much there. And next incident. Looks like the 13 car is just bumping into people on the track here. And somebody went into the wall on the top. And the next incident here. Not really sure what happened there. Next. Oh, that was me. That was my fault. I knocked this number 1 car into the infield. I did not mean to do that. I got loose. So number 1, if you're watching this, I apologize. Next incident. Ooh, 3 wide going in there. And there goes the cone. That should be an incident in itself. And the purple car once again. Oh, that's the same replay. A lot of people off the track. Ooh, a lot of people saved it. Good job. That purple car, he's still there. Oh, someone's into the wall. Once again, that 13 car. Spinning people. Spun the 15 out. And then that's how he lost his hood. Oh, we got someone driving on the infield. There's a loner out here. Whatever. There we go. 13 car again. No surprise. It looked like the 20 car went into the 13 though. And once again, the 7 car. In the wall again. He was loving that wall. Ooh, a little tap from the 1 to the 13. They were going at it in the race, so they weren't happy with each other. A little tap from the 11 to the 4. And this is where the 14 gave up the lead. I don't know, maybe it's taking a text message or something, and huge wreck in the back there. Collected a lot of cars. And the traffic cone again. Here's another. Look at the 14 smacking that wall. I hope he's okay. The 1 car went for a nice ride as well. Here's another look at it. 10 cars sliding across. And the 9 just giving him a kiss there at the end. Not sure what happened there. Oh, blown engine. Blown engine in the back. I believe this is the last incident. The 20. Oh, it's when the 20 and the 12. Not yet. Almost to that last wreck. There we go. Looks like the 20 came up. Took a bunch of people out. That 4 car, I don't know how he made it to the end. But he made it. There we go again. That's it for the incident. Listen, I'd like to thank you for coming back to the Kingfish Racing channel and watching my race and my first win in a long time. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next one.